So we are back, and this is part 2 of chat number 173, and it was entitled Better Sleep Starts Here. So the extra credit portion has nothing to do with sleep. It has everything to do. Kim has to go early because there's a tornado warning in her area. No. We shouldn't be allowed to have COVID and tornadoes or hurricanes or anything like that at the same time. Okay, but anyway, so this has nothing to do with sleep, but it has everything to do with, I don't know, putting our big girl pants on and getting back at it. So who, besides me, I don't have 15, but who has, there's been a joke going around, about the COVID or the quarantine 15. So even if it's not 15, who has a couple of extra pounds after quarantine? So we were not technically in quarantine here in Knoxville. We were just asked to be safe at home. So it wasn't quite a quarantine, but we had to stay in. Karen and I couldn't walk because we couldn't be together. Everywhere we could have walked, there would have been other people, and we would have had to wear our masks, and we would have smothered. So we have had at least 4, if not 5 weeks of not walking as much, not being able to find as many fresh fruits and vegetables, not being able to, and Haley, I can drink coffee. I could drink coffee and go right to bed. Not a problem. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. I have other reasons other things that I have to do to be able to go to sleep. But anyway, so quarantine 15, quarantine 10, quarantine 5, whatever you want to call it. I did really well that first month. So the first month that we were quarantined or safer at home or whatever you want to call it, I actually lost weight because I was by myself, and I did not like it at all. But I was by myself for 10 to 12 hours a day every single day. 10 to 12 hours a day every single day. And I lost 2 pounds. I was quite happy. I was quite tickled with myself. But then here's what happened. We got to open again, and I got worried about it. And I got worried about whether or not people were going to come back to work. And I got worried about what customers were going to do. And I got nervous about, would they come back? Would customers come back? Would they want to come in? Are we prepared? Would we be safe? Would I be able to keep people safe? And y'all know what happens, and you start worrying. And then the worrying started going in here. And then people started saying, oh my gosh, you have been by yourself, for 4.5, it's actually like 5 weeks. You've been by yourself for 5 weeks. Here, eat this. Oh my gosh, you haven't been able to go to the store. Here, eat this. Oh my gosh, you haven't had my cooking in a while. Here, eat this. So we have had hamburgers out the ears. We've had, I'm not even going to name off everything because I don't want to offend anyone who's been treating me, but all of the food that has been brought with love. No one brought me food or forced me to eat anything because they didn't love me. So it's all been done with love. But girls, it's been 2 weeks, and I've gained back the 2 pounds plus 3 more. So I am now 15 pounds over goal, and I'm not happy about it. So it started 2 years ago when both of my parents became ill, and then John's parents became ill, and he had to leave his place of employment, and we moved my business, and. But you know what? That's been a year ago. Everything's starting to settle down, so it's time to get back at it. I know some of you are still in states. Hello, Titters. I know some of you are in states that are not open back up yet. You're just going to have to hang in there and do the best that you can. But for the rest of us that can go to the store, that can get back outside, Karen and I can start walking again. We can get activity in again. Still not comfortable to go to a gym yet, even though I think we can, but I'm not going to do that yet. But I had gone from 2 years ago, we were walking 25 miles a week. I was walking 6 days a week. Most days, once in the morning, once at night. I was eating a ton of fruits and vegetables. I wasn't eating a lot of refined sugar. I wasn't eating, meat is not bad, but I wasn't eating a lot of meat. I was eating several smaller meals during the day. So guess what? Y'all get to listen to me fuss and whine and complain for the next 20 minutes and show you what I'm going to eat, because I'm done. So yeah, I'm done. So we can call this the quarantine quick start. We can call this the quarantine restart. We can call this whatever you want to call it. So whatever y'all want to call this one. Oh, and Trish reached lifetime again last Sunday. only to have it go up this week. It happens. It happens. So guess what? We're starting over again this week. Okay, so the first thing is we're gonna have to make some kind of a plan. So Casey doesn't know this yet, and if she's watching, surprise, part of what's on your list is she is gonna help me make a written plan. And I know this is in pencil, and I know that y'all can't read this, but if I just say I'm going to do something, and if I don't write it down, if I don't, I say this all the time, put pen to paper, pen to paper, pen to paper. I can type it, I can think it, I can say it, I can whatever, but if I don't write it down, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It doesn't matter how many computer lists I make, it doesn't matter how many emails I send myself, it does not, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. So, and Donna has asked a question that I don't know the answer to. Donna wants to know, can we reset our weight as a reboot in the app so the gain doesn't keep hitting us in the face? How? I don't think so. I don't think you can, but just don't look at it. I know that sounds weird, but just don't look at it for a little while. But I have to write it all down. So I have started this. Casey is going to be working on this for us throughout this next week. I want her to make something pretty, because if it's pretty, I'll pull it out. I will pull it out and I will fill it in, and I will be diligent about it. So I'm going to get her started on making something for us that is pretty so that we will fill it in. But the first thing I want y'all to do is raise your right hand and tell me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter how much you've gained. It doesn't matter if you haven't gained. If you're ready to start over again, just raise your right hand and just say, I deserve this. I'm not giving up on me. Okay? So it doesn't matter. Do not be embarrassed. 15 pounds, okay? Don't be embarrassed. Please don't be embarrassed. So you're worth this. It's time to start. It's okay to start all over again. If every time Alyssa fell, and when she was trying to learn how to walk, if we said, forget it, don't walk, not going to happen, or every time I stick her on the potty and she ends up peeing in the floor instead, which happened this morning, but every time, if I just said, nope, forget it, you're just going to be in a diaper, for the rest of your life. Oh my gosh, how many times have we had to start things over again? So guess what? We're starting over again, and it's okay because we know how to do this. We know how to do this. So the first thing I'm doing on my commitment to restarting is for 1 week solid. So for an entire week. So I'll check back in with you all on Sunday and let you know. Again, going to be making a pretty list here so that we can have something to fill out. But for me personally, nothing that I bought has any highly processed, as minimally processed as possible things. I personally am not going to eat a whole lot of meat this week. Meat is okay. I'm not saying meat is bad, but you probably have, if you've been doing this for any length of time. So I've been Weight Watchering for almost 25 years now. Your body, if you've been doing this any length of time, and you know what things slow you down. So sodium slows me down. Too much meat slows me down. Too much dairy, I can have a little bit of dairy, doesn't slow me down, and too much fruit slows me down. So too many processed things slow me down. So like if I eat too much processed food, too many frozen dinners, things like that, again, I think it's probably more the sodium than it is the fact that it's a frozen dinner, but that slows me down. So next thing you're going to do is fill your pantry, refrigerator the best you can do, the absolute best you can do. And again, if you're in an area where you can't go out and get a whole bunch of stuff, it's okay. Just do the best you can. Don't say, well, I can't go get that. So, or we're still out in my area, or we don't have that, or I don't have access to it. If you do, great. If you don't, substitute something if you can. And if you can't do that, literally just seriously do the best you can. Even if you just do this for 1 day. So 7 days is a big goal. It's a big commitment. I don't normally commit to things, for more than a couple of days. Doesn't sound right. I don't normally make these kind of plans, for more than a couple of days, but I've got to get this out of my system. We have vegetable pasta it still has. Okay, I'm sorry. Annette says, what are your thoughts on vegetable pasta? If it's literally spiralized noodles, love them. Love them. Spiralized carrots, zucchini, squash, butternut squash, anything like that. If it's literally a spiralized noodle, I absolutely love them. But if it's veggie noodles, it still has semolina flour in it. It still has, just check it, just check it. If it's some kind of pasta, but it's called a veggie pasta, veggie is in it, but it also has flour in it. Okay, so I need a whole week. I need a whole week to get this out of my system. So here are some of the things that I got at the store today. I already had a few of these things, but here are some of the things I got and what I am going to do with them this week. I also am committing to, Casey does this every single day. Every single day, she has a vlog, a book vlog. It's Bohannon Babbles for anybody who likes to read, anybody who's a faster reader than I am. And every single day, almost every single day, she vlogs something. So she gets out her phone or camera or whatever, and she fills people in on what she read that day. That is an awesome idea. So for 7 days, I'm going to pop in for just a minute, no matter what I look like. I'm going to pop in for just a minute, breakfast, lunch, dinner. If I have a snack, I'm going to let you know what I'm eating, and then Casey will compile all of that at the end of the 7 days. Hello, Ashley. I am. Ashley, look. This is it. I'm sorry. So everybody say hello to Ashley. That is Mrs. Petal Java. Ashley, I made the red velvet cake cold brew, which, by the way, I have people asking if we're going to have the cold brew maker, whatever you call that thing, the Bowden, whatever it is, if we're going to have those here. So apparently we need to have that here. But, oh my gosh. This is almond milk. So I have almond milk with it. So yeah, that is part of what I bought. Okay, so anyway, so this is what I'm going to do. I will, oh, and Barbara says, is Casey my friend? Casey is my daughter. So Barbara, if you, and for anybody else that's new, my name is Kelly. My daughter is Casey, and Casey does all of she helps me with our videography. She helps me, she puts all the videos together. She does all of the YouTube stuff. She does all of the Pretty Bravo stickers. So all of the design work on the Pretty Bravo sticker, she does all of that. Jessica is her best friend from high school. And so Jessica does the website. She does all the creative content. She does all of the retyping of my notes that are barely, that you're barely able to read, my notes. Hello, Inez. So, anyway, okay, so let's go back to what I bought. So I'm going to do a little video every meal and tell you what I put in my mouth and tell you how it's going, and tell you whether or not I cheated, which I'm not planning on it. Not planning on cheating. But here is what I got. So as an emergency backup, or to eat, I still went to, oh, and Rosie says her nails are great, thanks to Casey. So I still bought some more of these. Yeah, sorry. And Barbara says, a true Tennessee girl drinking out of a canning jar. Well, yeah. Is there anything else? It's got to stay cold. Okay. So these are super handy. This is probably the most processed thing that I bought. These are 2 to 3 smart points. I can't remember which one, depending on which plan you're on, if you're on blue, green, or purple. But I'm keeping these as my emergency backup plan so that if I get in a pinch and I can't get to anything else that I bought, you just rip the top off. There's a spoon in here and you can eat it, and they're delicious. Okay, so that's my emergency backup plan. Okay, first thing I got, I went ahead and bought some more of the Olay Extreme Wellness because you can do a lot of things with this, and this size is 1 smart point. So this is the regular size, and it has to be the Olay Extreme Wellness high fiber. If you just get the regular Olay tortilla wraps, I've seen a lot of people pick up there's like a tomato one, like a basil tomato or something, and a pesto-ish or something, I don't know, whatever. They're not 1 point. They also have, I saw today, they have an Extreme Wellness that's big. It's a big one. They're 2 smart points. It's still only 2 smart points. But I got these as a staple because I can use these if I wanted to make a tuna sandwich. And I got a couple other things over here that I can put with it as well. So this makes a good base. It makes a good base for a lot of things. I went ahead and got 2 packages. We have a Food City right across the street, so it is convenient. And yeah, my Christy says check the points on all of these. Do. If it's not the high fiber and the regular size, check the points because it could be 3 to 4. Okay, so we have a Food City right across the street. I understand a lot of y'all don't have Food City. I know Publix has things like these. I'm pretty sure Kroger probably does. So wherever you're at, see if you have one. I've decided that I was gonna spend a little more money and have a little more time. So I didn't have time to prep all of this week. So I bought butternut squash already cut, cubed, ready to go. And I bought, obviously, yellow and zucchini and yellow squash already prepped and ready to go. These, along with I didn't stack this in any certain order, so sorry. These along with, and no, Kathy, I'm on green. So I'm on green, but with what I bought this week, I probably should just switch to purple this week. But anyway, okay, and I got some mushrooms. These, all of this, I think, oh no, carrots, hold on, don't go anywhere. And I got the jumbo bag of carrots. So I bought the jumbo bag of carrots, a whole thing of mushrooms, already cut up, butternut squash, and zucchini and yellow squash. I've decided to spend, because we're back at work now, so I got paid 2 weeks in a row, to spend a little more money on this and save a little bit of time. All of this is going in our can cooker. So when we're at home, and we'll have to do the can cooker one from home unless my stove eye comes in, because we do not have a stove, an actual stove top here. But all of this is going in the can cooker. And you can add any kind of liquid that you want to for the flavoring. But so these will be for several nights. It will be mostly vegetables. I can fill up on vegetables if I just put my mind to it. But the can cooker cooks all of these tender. You could do this on a sheet pan. You could do have y'all seen the sheet pan things where you just put everything out on a sheet pan, spray it with a little bit of oil, or a little bit of nonstick spray, or a tiny bit of oil, and bake it in the oven. And Melissa wants to know what a can cooker is. We've talked about them a couple of times. It's basically a campfire pressure cooker. It looks like a milk can. And I'll video it when I do this, since we won't be live when we're doing this. But the can cooker it's a pressure cooker, and we've got a can cooker junior. And Orlando Debbie can tell you, if you don't get enough heat underneath it, you're going to be eating dinner at midnight. So once it comes up to pressure, cooks really fast. But it is basically a stovetop or camp. It's a camp cooker. It's to cook at a camp, but it's a pressure cooker. But anyway, so all of this is going to go in there. So I got all of that. I got a big enough thing of carrots so that I could have some just to eat. Okay. And my Christy says they have been roasting vegetables in the oven. Vegetables roasted in the oven, so delicious. And they like caramelize, so that makes them super yummy too. Okay, another thing that I got is a giant thing of strawberries. I went ahead and bought them already cut up. If you buy fruits and vegetables not already cut up, please go ahead and wash them, cut them, prepare them however you're going to, and put them in a clear container. So it's obvious to me that this is strawberries, okay? So there shouldn't be any question if I want something sweet. There should be no question what's in here. It's strawberries. So there will be no reason this week for me to be hunting around, what can I have? What can I have? What can I have? I need something sweet. No question, because it's in a clear container. And if I had bought these whole, I could go ahead and cut them up, wash them and cut them up. So go ahead and prep them, because there's nothing more expensive. So these are expensive, but it's more expensive if you buy them. Don't ever take them out of the packaging and let them turn green and gross and throw them away. That's more expensive than buying them already cut up. I also went ahead and bought my cabbage already shredded, because I'm going to use this and this. I went ahead and bought the rice. I did not buy any spiralized this time, because I prefer most of the spiralized vegetables that I get. I either get them at Publix in a clear container, or I get, Susie wants to know, how does she wash her fruits and vegetables with this whole COVID thing? Just like normal. Yeah, just use a little. Now these, you're not going to be able to agitate them as much. Just the fact that you're washing them is going to help. And it's not been known to travel on food. Like washing your fruits and vegetables, I'm not doing it so much for COVID. I'm doing it because there are lots of other things that are transmitted by people picking fruits and vegetables, or by idiots in your grocery store wiping their noses when they have a cold, or kids have rotavirus or whatever, and then touching food before you touch it. So that's why I washed it. Okay, so yes, and yes, my Christy, Trader Joe's has a great vegetable wash. That's the one, that is what I use. So you can either use a little bit of vinegar and some water, or Trader Joe's has a great vegetable wash. Over at Food City today, I noticed they had a spray one. that you could spray, but you still need to, if you can, if it's something sturdy like bananas, you need to lightly scrub them a little bit. So I bought angel-haired coleslaw, it's just cabbage. And I got, instead of spiralized vegetables, because again, I like the ones from Trader Joe's, or not from, well, from Trader Joe's that are frozen. They got carrots, zucchini, can't remember what else they have. Anyway, they have a lot of spiralized vegetables. Or the fresh ones from Publix, but they don't have those at Food City. So instead I got riced broccoli, carrots, and cauliflower. So that is frozen. I found this in the frozen section. And yes, Lisa, chemicals and dirt also, you're washing that off. And this, and I got, and again, these are pre-done just to save me some time. And another time saver, because remember, I'm focusing on eating what I need to eat, not focusing on spending 15 hours prepping everything. If you have 15 hours to prep everything, do it. Do it. We're open. We are open again. And fortunately, we are blessed to abundance with business. I have got estimates out here stacked up that I can't get to, so I had to go with pre-prep. Squeezed ginger is amazing. If you've never had it, it is awesome, and it is so much faster than trying to grate the ginger yourself. And I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I was about out of peanut butter powder, so I got some more peanut butter powder. So you're gonna need the peanut butter powder, spiralized vegetables, chopped up cabbage, whatever you want to do, and the ginger. You're gonna need that for, remember I said we were gonna come back around to this. So I will be having this. It will not be the spiralized vegetables. It will be the slaw, the cauliflowered, or the riced broccoli, carrots, and cauliflower. The peanut butter powder, and the ginger. So those are some of the main ingredients in that one. So I went ahead and picked all of that up today. So that is super easy. And again, this is in the frozen section, because I know somebody's going to ask me. Frozen section. And Barbara wants to know what my business is. We do countertops. So our normal business is granite, quartz, marble, and recycled glass countertops. Okay, then I went ahead and picked up some already flavored yogurt because it's quick, it's easy. I can grab it and I can eat it. This is 2 points on green. But it's delicious, and I can eat it, and I'm going to try and figure out if I can make it into a smoothie in case I need to have a quick smoothie, to carry around. Having lunch here in the showroom is my #1 problem issue. So I grabbed some of these. I also got, this is a super easy snack, hummus. And if you don't think you like hummus, then don't just get regular hummus. This is black bean hummus. If you like, the black bean dip, the Mexican dip that a lot of people eat, black bean hummus, you're gonna love it. You're gonna absolutely love it. And yes, my Christie recycled glass is gorgeous, and actually the table where we're at is recycled glass. This one is roasted garlic hummus, but it's made with white beans. So if you don't think you like chickpeas, this is made with white beans. This is made with black beans. Carrots, again, double duty with the carrots. I got some mini cucumbers. That way I can just grab one and I can use it in the hummus. So those are awesome and amazing there. These are going to make a great snack. They are also, and since it's fairly sturdy, I can scoop some out onto a little, like a little dish or something, and get it ready so that when it is time to eat, like when I do get a few seconds in the showroom to eat, I can just grab it and eat it and not have to worry about it. So I also made a commitment to myself that I'm going to take 30 minutes every day. So we're blocking it off on the scheduler like I have an appointment, for 30 minutes every day. And even if I have to go hide in the bathroom, I'm hoping not, I'm going to take 30 minutes every day to sit down and eat something. Okay, real quick, let me go through the rest of this. Blueberries, always a good idea. The blueberries, if you wash them in this container, you can actually freeze them in this container. It is the only fruit I know of that freezes really well in this. Don't know why, can't explain it, but it works great, works successfully. Things that are good for my tummy. My tummy is really happy when I eat sauerkraut. So I went ahead and bought a big thing of, and Melissa wants to know if I'm dinner planning at the beginning of the week. Yeah, So I'll probably do the peanut butter one first, the one that's on the WW recipe. My tummy feels really good when I eat sauerkraut. I'm going to try and eat sauerkraut at least 3 or 4 meals this week. But since I'm not doing any meat, or not doing much meat, beer mustard is 0 points. And it's really good in the sauerkraut. Just saying. It's really, really good in the sauerkraut. Also, my tummy really loves red cabbage. A lot of German things, don't know why. Loves red cabbage. Red cabbage does have points. Please do not be fooled. I love it anyway. I don't care. I'm going to eat it. It's cabbage, good for your gut. My tummy loves it. But it does have points. So I don't want you to see this and go, oh, it's cabbage. It's 0. It is not 0. Okay, so I always want to scan that. Then I got these for if I need a quick snack. So again, I'm trying not to eat a whole lot of dairy. I did get unsweetened vanilla almond milk that I did not get out of the refrigerator to show you all. It's just unsweetened vanilla almond milk. Hold on. Oh, but I did go ahead and get a little bag of these. These are light baby bells. It is 1 point for one of these. These are a great source. Loretta just said it. If you don't eat meat, what will be your protein? And Trish wants to know what I'm going to eat with cabbage. I'm going to make some vegetable meals. So I mean that's just going to be a side dish for some of my roasted vegetables. But the baby bell cheeses, you know, so that's going to be one of the few dairy things, that and the yogurt that I'm going to have. But real quick before it's 9 o'clock, sources of protein. I went ahead and got 2 sources of protein. Well, first of all, the peanut butter powder is 5 grams of protein per serving. There's 5 grams of protein in that and not very much fat at all. Daiya cheese shreds. It's not cheese, it's cheese. But the Daiya melts. It's the only vegetarian or vegan cheese that I've ever found that actually melts. This is going to be great on these if I need a quick snack at work. So this has 5 grams of protein in here. The Daiya has no protein because it's all vegetables. Still very good for you. Okay, and last but not least, somebody, sorry, can't remember who it was, asked me about using Premier Protein. I did not do it in this one. I'm gonna do it this week. But in the cold brew that we've been talking about, somebody asked about using the Premier Protein in that. But look what I found. Never seen this one before. It is Cafe Latte Premier Protein. So how good is Cafe Latte Premier Protein, which has 30 grams of protein, except I don't use a whole one. I use a half of one of these. So a half of one of these is 1 point, I think. I think it's 2 for the whole thing and 1 for half. But a whole one in the coffee, it's too much for me. It's just too much. But how yummy would the red velvet cake cold brew be from Petal Java with the Cafe Latte Premier Protein? Yeah, that's going to be so good. Okay. So that's my plan. Those are the things I have. Of course, I have other things at home, but this is what I got to be my mainstay this week. I will do videos to show you all. Oh, peach. Carol says she likes the peach one in her coffee. Peach? Really? And Paula says the Cafe Latte is very good in cold coffee. Yay! Yay! So we're going to find out how it tastes in the... And I got to tell you, this red velvet cake cold brew was perfect. I started cooking it yesterday in the refrigerator and got it out tonight right before the chat. It's going to be absolutely fabulous in that. Okay, so anyway, this is what I got. I'm going to start doing, I'll start doing videos. And yes, Barbara, eggs are a very good source of protein. And I do still have some eggs, so that might get thrown in there. And I have apples at home. So I do still have some other, things at home. But anyway, so I'm restarting. Are you restarting? Who's restarting? I know it is, oh my gosh, it's after 9 o'clock. Okay, so who is restarting? Give me some thumbs ups or give me some hearts if you're restarting with me this week. So we got to get back on this. So COVID it's not done. It's not done. But you know what? It didn't get us. It's not going to get us. We're good. We're going to start all over again. Even if we're starting for the 50th, 60th time. But who's with me? Who's starting over again? Because I need y'all. Y'all know I do this as much for me as I do it for you. You know, to keep myself. You know, I've got to have some accountability. You know, here too. So okay, great, awesome. So a bunch of y'all are going to start over with me again. I will do the videos. I'll try to release each video each day, and then I'll have Casey compile them. Again, she's probably trying to get Alyssa to go to sleep right now, so she doesn't know. She doesn't know that she's getting signed up for this, but she is going to start working this week on something that y'all can print off, you know, and can fill out, because I need that too. If I don't write it down, it ain't going to happen. So y'all have an amazing week. Nobody even noticed that Dusty didn't whine at the beginning of this week. So the last 2 weeks, he has been crazy barking at the dry food over here. John was sweet enough to take him back home so that we didn't have to listen to him. But anyway, okay, so y'all have an amazing week. Don't forget to do your homework. Don't forget to tag me in it. I will make a list of everything that I bought, and Jessica and Casey will get the videos posted and the list posted by probably Tuesday, Wednesday-ish. And I'll get started on the videos. So let's do this, okay? Everybody give me a high five. So high five, everybody. Let's do it. Let's see the high fives. Okay, y'all have a great week, and I will see you next week. See you next week. Oh, sorry, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. Please watch the next video that's going to come up right here. And if you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and click down here to subscribe. Click the little bell so that you get notified of the next time that we have a video, which should be every week. And thank you, Donna. And if you want to order one of these spread shirts, that little button is right over here. So thank you all for supporting us. Thank you for everyone who has placed an online order with CaseyKitchenCenter.com. You literally helped us bridge that gap in between when we had to close and when we got to reopen 2 weeks ago. So thank you very much. Thank you, everyone who is joining me this week in a Restart, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Good night.